Check. We live. Chat. What the fuck is up? I'm reading all chats tonight. I'm reading all chats right now. So fuck, if you got something to say. Oh fuck. I had the volume on the computer. Alright, we all know why we're here. The Pueblo Chieftain wrote this stupid ass. I was pretty excited for it at first, but then I actually read it, and this reporter wrote this stupid ass story about me saying that. I'm gonna read it. I have it right here. I printed it like a regular ass person because no one reads a newspaper anymore. Fucking printed copy. But yeah, before we get into all that, I want to say that I'm kind of disappointed in how the whole story came together. So for like the backstory, I kind of was like trying to get on their radar by just commenting the other mayoral videos on the Pueblo Chieftain's Facebook page, which they've recently blocked me from. So I've never heard about getting blocked from a news source, but they just did that to me, which is kind of hilarious. But anyway, the whole how it came together first. Let's get into that before we get into the actual story. So I hit them up repeatedly. They hit me back with the exact quote like, "These comments that you're leaving are spam. We can't leave them up. If you're actually running for mayor, we'll get back in touch," which is kind of like just making it a joke off the bat. They were like, if you're actually doing it, if you're not just bullshitting, which is kind of like disheartening. You know, yeah, we're actually doing it. It's fucking not a joke. But anyway, like that was before the fact. But then this story comes out. This girl, what the fuck's her name? Anna Lynn interviews me. This bitch, she looks 45. She's 23. I thought she was gonna get it. I thought she was gonna like write a fire ass story like relating to the younger generation, because she was ranting and raving about how the Pueblo Chieftain is ran by like 20-year-olds, and she was like, no, we write it specifically for the youth because we are the youth, which in the end was a bunch of bullshit. So this bitch, let me keep about the reporter. This bitch, looking 45, pulling up her ID. She's 23. She got no hairline. I think I low key think she might have caught a contact high, because she's had some dumbass things in this story. The question she was asking me, like, she sounded like she was like actually genuinely interested, but by this piece, I could tell like she's really just in it for the salacious ass like snippets and tidbits. What up, Chauncey? What up, Rick G? Y'all the goats. But yeah. All right, so back into the story. Let me actually read this thing. Pueblo live streamer announces candidacy for mayor while smoking blunt on YouTube show. I mean, that's all right. That's fair. That's like a fair statement, I guess, but you couldn't have worded that like any better. Pueblo live streamer announces candidacy for mayor while smoking blunt on YouTube show. That's kind of a mouthful, first off, but honestly, like it's downplaying the whole thing so fast right off the rip. All right, from there, there's a photo of me. It says, Deryk Trujillo recently announced his bid for Pueblo mayor on his YouTube channel by lighting up a blunt of cannabis while reading through a packet of campaign finance rules. That's a terrible first sentence. That makes me look completely awful, but I appreciate it. I think most people will relate to to a non-polished fucking person that's actually willing to make mistakes and do this shit in front of people, because most of the other candidates are just putting up this facade that they're like, maybe even the reporter low key, that they're putting up this facade that they're like perfect and that they fucking don't do anything wrong. All right, anyway, from there it reads, Trujillo, 25, said that many young people in Pueblo aren't involved and are disinterested in the political process because most politicians are older than them. All right, that's fair. I did say that because I truly believe that's the truth. All right, from there, he didn't vote in the previous mayoral election, but said he's hoping to inspire more Gen Z and millennial Puebloans to vote. I mean, all right, that's fair. Like, I didn't vote, but damn, like, I didn't even live in Pueblo 4 years ago, so she didn't even fucking ask me that. Yep, she didn't even ask me like where I was living 4 years ago, so she kind of just made that statement out of her ass. Most people keeps going. Most people I associate with have never voted for mayor. No one gives a shit, Trujillo said. I think I did say that. It's true. No one I know votes for mayor. None of the people in the generation above me that I know, none of the mentors 2 generations above me fucking voted for mayor. It just seems like a lost cause to most people. Yeah, honestly, if the other candidates were sipping a Jack and Coke during an interview, nothing would be said. Exactly, they wouldn't bat an eye. All right, so it says, continues, Trujillo, who grew up in Pueblo West, which is the first inaccuracy of this whole thing. I did not grow up in Pueblo West. I have never ever lived in Pueblo West. I don't know where the hell she got that from. I was born in Pueblo County, fucking 30th lane till I fucking die. I'm a country ass Mexican, fucking Pueblo, right out of Pueblo. And I would never fucking lie about that. So from there, the lie about Trujillo grew up in Pueblo West, it was maybe a mistake, less of a lie, but big mistake. They're completely seen differently in association with the whole town and how people feel about east side of town. Who graduated from Fort Lewis College in Durango. He works as a graphic designer and runs a YouTube channel, Street Champs, which publishes videos daily. That was probably the part I was like most stoked on, was them just referencing the channel like at once. I wish they would have referenced it more, because I think what other candidates lack in like social media awareness, video, fucking content about themselves, kind of like personal interviews. I feel like every minute you spend in front of the camera, it's kind of like, oh, people are getting to know you more and more. So what they don't have in that, we have that going on for us, and I know that's going to win us this candidacy, being transparent as hell. All right, so it continues. Topics discussed on Trujillo's show range from raunchy debates with his friends to earnest interviews with local musicians to musical performances. Raunchy debates with his friends. That sounds like some like locker room ass innuendo or something like that. I don't know if I would boil down to everything we talk about on Street Champs for 400 videos to raunchy debates with friends, earnest interviews with local musicians to musical performances. Huh. I mean, she's kind of putting everyone that I've had on the podcast in a box. What's going on? Imagine doing an interview on someone and you can't even get the correct hometown. Fact. Yeah, honestly, Ricky, that's how you can tell she was just here for fucking the salacious ass little headline and little tidbits from the story. But if they wanted it to be read, I'll read it out here on the podcast or on the platform or whatever. All right. So yeah, she's kind of just putting everyone in a box. Local musicians and his friends. I mean, we do way more than local musicians. I think if there's anyone telling Pueblo history in video format, realistically, consistently, non-biasedly, I'll fucking wait. But I know for a fact that every single publication, especially the Pueblo Chieftain, has biases. I mean, look at their story you wrote about me. But it's they're not getting, the worst. I'm not saying anyone is the worst of the worst on here, but I'm not shooting to get, the best of the best citizens on here, because in reality, I don't think I have that much to learn from like a great humanitarian person. I mean, obviously there is, but in reality, I think the more powerful history comes from the people that are kind of looked down upon, the people that maybe have a past, or maybe are working towards a better future. So local musicians, I think we're way greater than that. We're writing history of Pueblo and Colorado, and anyone else that wants to come and get on Street Champs, come get put on. Shout out Elisa, thanks for that vote. Voting November 7th. Deryk Trujillo, Street Champs for mayor. Let's get a lit ass mayor in there. All right, so this continues. In an October episode, Trujillo said that, quote, the COVID pandemic is fucking fake, and that people who die from the illness are pussies. Jesus. But when asked about these comments by the Chieftain, it was not by a Chieftain, it was by this ugly ass bitch that fucking interviewed me. She looks like she's like a 45-year-old woman. No hate, no hate. All respect. National Women's Month. But deadass. When asked about these comments by the Chieftain, it was not the Chieftain, said he was just making a joke. I mean, yeah, you could pull that little sentence out from, this 3-hour podcast that we did. And yeah, make me look, completely like insane and like unempathetic and cold and kind of like an asshole. That's fair. But in reality, when you actually look at the whole video and the conversation as a whole, which they looks like shouldn't even try to, because literally, I remember her asking me this question. It was so pointed. She's like, so what about this? When in reality, we're talking about, in a lighthearted, jokingly manner, about COVID when it was really bad last year, when everyone was catching it. Obviously, a disease, everyone's catching it, so it's real. If you can't make a joke about something that's hurting you, then you're not a very good conversationalist. Or I think that the deepest people are the people that can, keep a smile on their face when they have stuff they're going through. Because she didn't ask me if I knew anyone that died from COVID. She didn't ask me if I fucking caught COVID or if someone of my loved ones caught COVID and died. She never asked me that, which is fair. I didn't ask her that, I guess. But when you like take this little chunk of this big hole, and you could flip it away any way you want and make someone look bad, which I don't think it makes me look that bad. It was a joke. Obviously people in my family caught COVID. People in my family died from COVID. But yeah, I think be able to, continue, keep a smile on your face, and just be an honest human being. If she would have asked me, then I would have told her. So it continues. COVID is real and people are dying from it, he said. That's obvious. I just said that again. Trujillo and his friends, I think it's funny how they call me Trujillo. Trujillo and his friends sometimes say gay, quote unquote gay, on the show as a form of insult. But, okay. This is why, I would have thought, a 23-year-old doing this interview would have been way better. I was stoked when she walked in. But, just that, so out of touch, comment. Trujillo and his friends sometimes say gay. sometimes say gay on the show. We sometimes say gay on the show, y'all. Can you believe it? That's crazy, man. As a form of an insult. You know, is it the I that's just like behooves me, loved one. That behooves me. This 23-year-old acting like I'm some kind of like cultural monster for saying gay, quote unquote, sometimes says gay. That's hilarious. Like once again, you know, we're all adults. You know, I'm sure there's people that say way worse shit in this city than I do on live in front of everyone and own up to it. Um, Gay, I don't think that's a fucking form of an insult if you're not meaning it as an insult. Obviously, you know, it's about how you say it. You know, you could put, you know, a lot of malice and hate behind that word and really, you know, rolls off the tongue pretty bad, but it's obviously not in this case. They just took this little ass piece, this big ass story, 72, you know, to 300 conversations. We have 4 shows running here every week. You know, you could take out a little, you know, 5-second clip of every single show and make every single person on the show look bad. But so that continues. He mentioned, and these are all like 1-sentence paragraphs, which is kind of interesting. Like it's not a coherent storytelling linear process of me, why I'm running, who I am, what I'm running for, and the podcast. It seems like that she was going for, but she's literally just putting 1 sentence, like hot word sentences where you got, you know, like a bad headline in each one. Basically, each one's a bad headline. Ridiculous. Let me fucking light this up. Chat, how y'all feel about this? Go fucking crazy right now, bro. Do y'all even read the paper? It's AP format. Josh, who the fuck are you? I'm just kidding. Love you. All right. He mentioned that he has kicked out people of the studio he's built into his living room for making racist comments. Bitch, I didn't mention that. You asked me. Her very fucking pointed question about racism that I specifically remember. She's like, I noticed you let people say the N-word on your show. Oh, man. I'll check the group chat. My granny reads the paper, exactly. My fucking granny reads the paper too. What? Nah, she's dead actually. All right, let's see what Dave says in the group chat. Hold up, I can't read that. All right, that's about Sport Champs. Tune into Sport Champs later today. Tune into Street Champs where I'm fucking gonna go off even harder. All right, holy shit. Dave says, yeah, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I will get on. I will speak on that. All right, but I'm gonna keep reading this just so we can get this out of the way, because this is a trash article, and you should quit writing. or get better at writing. All right. He mentioned that he has kicked people out of the studio he's built into his living room for making racist comments. All right. So anyway, yeah, she asked me, I noticed you let people say the N-word on your show. And I'm like, bro, like 1/3 of the show is black. Like they're my friends. They could fucking say whatever they want. I've I've made it a huge cornerstone of this platform that nobody tells anybody what to say. Like obviously, unless you're being like really hurtful, like to a group of people that's not represented in the room. But every single person on the platform could say whatever they want. I've never ever told anyone what to say, or or even a topic or anything. Like if there's a topic. Anyway, no, topics don't really count. I guess we have to have topics, but realistically, um, if there's a person that's making racist comments, that's on their own accord, and they're obviously not going to be here for fucking more than 5 minutes. First though, we got to get down to the root of why they think they could say that, because I'm not going to just flip out on anyone. I need to understand like what part of your brain is not working that you think you can, let some racial comments fly right here on Street Champs. Because, yeah, there's been people that have done that. Frank's dumbass. We kicked off this guy named Frank for saying, like, racist ass shit about black women. It's not, and I think, the racist thing is obviously bad, but, like, also the sexist thing is not going to fly here, even from a stranger, but that's kind of where discerning from a joke and seriousness comes in. Like if you're joking and it's obvious, and well, there's a time and a place for that. But if you're trying to get this hateful rhetoric off just to get it off, just because you have a few people watching, I know that me and every single person that is on this podcast will fucking call you out on it. Those are the kind of people I like to have around me. People that are not afraid to speak their mind. All right. If it's obvious, all right, so it continues reading. Quote, if it's obvious you're trying to be hurtful, I'll call you out on it on live and we'll talk about it on live. Most people will get ashamed, Trujillo said. Which is exactly what I said. Most people are dumb enough to say that. Those, racist ass comments against any race, but they're also dumb enough to not fucking have any explanation or backing, which in the end just is ruining their own person. It's what anyone says on here is not a reflection of what anyone else thinks or does or says. All right, it continues reading. Trujillo will be live streaming and vlogging about the process of running for mayor. He's confident he'll do well in the race. That's accurate. That's something I fuck with that you wrote. Because it's true. I think let's see what the chat says. Because why the fuck she's trying to play you in that light? Because you're not even like that. Facts. Thank you, Ayana. I don't even feel like you should explain yourself. Everyone who knows you knows she tried to play you in a bad light. Facts. Bree says, I've never felt disrespected or uncomfortable on the show. Amen. Facts. All right. So, continuing. Yeah, keep going crazy in the chat, guys. I'll fucking read every single one. Just so that I don't know. I feel like it's important to let the people know and have a conversation with them. So yeah, I'm gonna be live streaming and vlogging the race. It's gonna make us win because literally everyone else is full of shit. At least I'll mess up in front of your face. I'm not gonna pretend like everything's perfect. All right, so it continues. He said he was surprised he didn't have to pay any money to the city when he filed the paperwork to run, but he's not sure if he wants to fundraise for his campaign. Yeah, I mean that's true. I didn't know it was free to run for city government. They should probably say that more often. Like anyone, literally anyone, can run for mayor. Um, which they don't say that for. They don't say that because they don't want you to run for mayor. They don't want. They don't want to break up the status quo. They don't want fucking basically colored people fucking doing all this shit. You know, it's about the time where we're all doing it. We're kind of all like collectively, consciously, um, are we're tired of just being citizens, as I've said. All right, so yeah, I didn't know it was free. I'm not sure if I want to fundraise because I don't need fundraising to get a message out there because these messages travel organically because people correlate with them and they feel what I'm saying, which is obvious. But like out of touch asshole people don't understand. I don't know. You're running for Pueblo mayor, not president. Um. All right. Continues. The political process is difficult to navigate. Trujillo said. I don't think I talk like that, but okay. So he wants to show the process to his YouTube audience. Yeah, that's fair. Still. All right. Thanks, Paige, for the vote. I appreciate that. You don't got to fundraise, LMAO. You got your platform right here. Facts. When you're running for office, the media isn't going to make you look good. They are trying to prove why you shouldn't be a candidate. You have to prove to voters why they should vote for you. Yeah, honestly, like I feel like it wasn't a mistake doing this Pueblo Chieftain thing because like it was pretty dope to be in the paper. Like I think you need fucking like 2 articles written about you to be IG fucking verified or whatever. So that's dope. But yeah, so it's basically like all bullshit, Josh. So thanks for that comment. Because it's true. They will dig things up on you. You have to have answers or responses for them. Yeah, facts. Rick G, she's literally trying to put you against the non-smokers, the LGBT community, the high-risk COVID people, and whoever else she could. She wrote that Journalism 101. Dead ass, man. She is trying to pit me against the non-smokers because I'm. She's like, oh, this guy's smoking weed. The LGBT, the high-risk COVID people. Facts. When in reality, we're all humans. Like we're all multifaceted people that have different layers of personality to us. That's it's what's on this paper is exactly that. What's on this paper? It's 2 dimensional. It's nothing viable to my own personality. Like I know for a fact. No, I know for a fact if they were gonna write about every single candidate, their 100% complete intentions, it would be a fucking 5 pages. Every single candidate has pros and cons. But fucking, no, my cat's running around. But it's like what is the most salacious things I can get in? I don't know how many words this is. 400 words. And I mean, not gonna lie, I got some funny ones in here. This is a good one. All right, so it continues reading. Oh wait, yeah, they only want people of wealth or a higher status. Facts. It's exposure. At least her hairline threw the words "street champs" in the article. Facts. That was dope. The difference between you and other candidates is you're not pretending to be perfect and you own your mistakes. True. I'm not hiding. There's no reason to hide. Like, you shouldn't have to set up a meeting to talk to you. You should be able to just like message you, pop in the chat, something like that. But anyway, I'll continue. Trujillo releases a new video to the channel, which has more than 1,500 subscribers nearly every day. He wants to invite. Oh man, this part sent me, bro. the last fucking sentence of this whole thing, which was like, damn, she was really trying to make me look dumb, which is hilarious. She says, he wants to invite the other mayoral candidates to his studio for a debate and said he'd share a blunt with them if they wanted. If he Let me read that again. Oh no. He wants to invite the other mayoral candidates to his studio for a debate and said he'd share a blunt with them if he wanted. What the All right. I don't exactly think I said that. The way I am remembering this is she's asking, because I told her, hey, will you please put in the article that I want to leave an open invitation to every single mayoral candidate that they're welcome here for a debate. Moderated. I invited her to moderate it, but she kind of sucks, low key now. But like, I think the chat should just moderate it. We'll just read chat questions, let the people talk. Whoever wants to be a part of it can be a part of it. So I specifically requested that she put that in the article, just that part, that there's an open invitation. And then she asked me, responding to that request, she says, she's like, would you smoke around the candidates? And I was like, yeah, like obviously, like I'm gonna be just regular. If there's no reason to try to put up a facade, and I guess this is what she got out of it. He'd share a blunt with them if they wanted, which is hilarious. But yeah, in the end, it's hilarious. I think it's kind of ironic that I printed this out and didn't purchase it, because in the end, the Pueblo Chieftain is not forever. Mayorcy or whatever, however you say it, is not forever. But yeah, it's just right now, like this kind of like media stuff, like is kind of the reason why I wanted to run for mayor. They've kind of pointed me in this direction, but yeah, like why I don't know. It's just kind of exciting too. Like, damn, they think we're doing something so big, so great that we actually have a chance that they're gonna like try to put smut on my name. I mean, like I said, no one here speaks for anyone else. I don't speak for anyone else on the podcast. They could tell you out of their own mouth how they feel. But yeah, I know when the Pueblo Chieftain's gone, Street Champs is still gonna be here, and our videos are gonna be telling the history that the Pueblo Chieftain just kind of ignores. And it's not just them. I can't just blame them. I can't just blame this one reporter. I think it's everyone ignores it. And yeah, if you know Pueblo, like, we're not the richest city, but we're hard ass workers, and we're fucking passionate. I could say that. Anyone you meet that has a hobby or an interesting thing, it still is working to a 9 to 5. Like 99% of everyone, they have the most passion out of any other surrounding city in Colorado. There's just, we do I mean, I like to go out. I like to party. But there's more to the Pueblo population than just the daylight people, and the people that you see kind of pulling the strings for the city, and the people that are always in the news. There's newsworthy stuff that's not highlighted. So let's see what the chat's saying again. She's canceled. I don't like her. I mean, it's not her. It's. I low-key think that would have happened with any reporter. Just because. I don't know. like I said, when they see, because does do people want, a Mexican 25-year-old mayor? It's not, that's willing to say like, damn, I don't know, but I'm willing to go get someone that knows, or do they just want to just keep going like along with what we do, what we've been doing, which is like fine, I guess, but I'm why not make the change and be better and try to learn from everyone and yeah. But anyway, she's canceled. Yeah, for real, she musty. I wish we could have got that live stream. That live stream would have been dope. She was scared. I mean, I could see why the live stream would have been completely different than the printed article. So it makes sense. She's the worst because she definitely could have played this in a better light. Facts. And this could have been a really dope. This could have been a really dope like introduction to the whole thing, um, to the city and whatnot. But it's cool. We'll make our own introduction. We'll make our own way in there. Should have voice recorded the interview so we could have exposed the fake. That'd be dope. I don't know if you could voice record people without their consent. She tried to downplay you and all your work when all in reality she should have did an article on the positive that would have made it 10 times better. Exactly. Yeah, um she could have really played it better. I've had so many business owners, so many musicians, so many people trying to better their lives that to be summed up in the last sentence. He'd share a blunt with them if they wanted. That's hilarious. All right. Anyway, Paige says her problem is that she went off first impression and she probably against people who smoke weed, and that's why she put you in a negative light. Yeah, that could have happened. That's their job, Rick says. She started off bad from the jump. She did. The first sentence ends with, by lighting up a blunt of cannabis while reading through a packet of campaign finance rules. Like, man, all right. No, because any reporter has the right to make the article in their light or what works best for them. And I think this way wasn't the best. Yeah, I agree. This way was definitely not the best. But I think what we got out of it, or at least I got out of it, is there's a beauty behind like media that you go get yourself. Because I could look at this, widely distributed newspaper. That's what they claim. I don't know if it's widely distributed. I don't know how many people read it, but that's what they're feeding, like our grandmas and grandpas and the people that actually get the paper and because this is delivered to your door. Apparently, I don't know if it still is, but this is like the news they want you to think or they want you to know. I mean, I don't know if that sounds like dumb, conspiratorial, but it makes sense. There's a beauty of going out and doing your research on someone. Yeah, because if you're going off this, that's hilarious. But in the end, I know where I'm putting this. That is trash. I don't know anyone that reads a Pueblo Chieftain. They're lucky that I'm kind of just even putting this in a bunch of videos because I mean I'm somewhat lucky that I got in the newspaper, but they're lucky because the irrelevance of a daily paper is so like well known that the only people that are excited to be to have the paper are like the ones that are in the paper. Like I haven't even typed pueblochieftain.com in my fucking search browser since I don't even know when, probably like ever. But since like Michael Jackson died, but I got that shit. But anyway, let's see what the chat's saying. got an army behind you. Hell yeah, Bree. Regardless, you got the city behind you and it's Street Champs for mayor. Facts. Vote November 7th. We gotta fucking get everyone that like never votes to vote, because that's where the secret power is. And just those old ass out of touch fools just don't know how to contact people because they're fake. Got the city on your back. The thing is, she didn't lie. She used the content and what she saw. You have to have a way to spin it. Yeah, exactly. She spun the shit out of that. You already know the chieftain has their desperate hands in these other candidates' pockets. That's probably true. I can't confirm nor deny. That would be highly illegal. I don't know. But yeah, let's make it more transparent. Let's really get to the bottom of things just by having a conversation. And yeah, hopefully, yeah, I don't, that's about it. In the end, like, this isn't the last video. I'm going to keep going with these kind of like, rant style, like updates about the mayoral election. I don't really want to do a lot of heavy editing, like unless it's like document stuff. But like most of the documents, it says that you can't print them or show them to people. So like I'll just talk about them. Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna be going even hammer on this on fucking Street Champs. But yeah, it was good to get all that off my chest, and I was excited for the story, and now it's really just gonna use it to get Instagram verified. That's really all it is now. That's hilarious. One day I wish I read another one so I could just use both of them, just get verified. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Subscribe right now. We're trying to get to 2,000. If you're watching this from the mayoral race, what's up? Hit subscribe. This is not the last video. Come watch every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We do a video every single night. Come get put on. If you're a local musician, a local whatever, if you're fucking got a story to tell, hit me up in the comments. DM me on Instagram at streetchamps_. Deryk the designer. Hit me up. You know what it is. All right, y'all. Peace.